Hello everyone, and welcome to this unboxing video for Warren Christmas Village, or as they refer to it for the second Kickstarter, the sequel. We have not one, not two, but 3 boxes of these miniatures that are all holiday themed. Woo! And definitely a disturbing and or spooky twist on them. So we're going to start with the core box for this Kickstarter. I also have the one that's all the stretch goals, and an extra purchase that is a few other things. Alright, so this first one. Oh, in case they see this, like they did the first video, Jackalope, thank you for sending out a second copy of the game for just one model. I still have yet to get around to painting it, because these models are lower on my painting queue, but I honestly really appreciate that. Thank you very much. But here's more of your product, and again, I've been enjoying this. Alright, so, like I said, this is what the Kickstarter originally was for this second Kickstarter. Ooh, bouncing around. And we're going to start off with the most predominant model, Mrs. Claus with a crossbow. She's got little hearts on her apron. The crossbow is a nice touch, and it looks like a more stable crossbow than I'm used to seeing on models, so I appreciate that. And she definitely has an angry scowl. Again, for those of whom that have been keeping up with my other miniature unboxing videos, I apologize for the lack of focus. It got kind of messed up in an update. Then we've got the zombie carolers, who I believe were, if I'm correct, a lot of these were stretch goals that didn't get met in the previous Kickstarter. But regardless, we have the 3 zombie carolers. We've got one shambler in a top hat, somebody who looks like their leg's probably broken and doesn't have a shirt on by the looks of it. Nope, it's just torn up. And then we've got a female caroling zombie with a more dainty-like hat. Then we have battle-ready Frosty the Snowman. Got a cigar and a sword. Yep. That is just awesome looking. I like the touch of the pocket watch. The fact that the vest it's got lines in it, so you don't need to paint them on if you want it to still look plaid. And then we've got, I think there was a specific name for this, but I can't remember, the Undead Horse, who I do thoroughly recall being a stretch goal from the last Kickstarter. I'm glad that they still got these out. And there is just a bunch of rotten flesh spots. The skull is mostly visible. You can see the ribs there. And it is just awesome. Next up, we're going to move on to the second purchase. And I say second purchase because it wasn't a stretch goal or a base part. You had to buy it separately. And the main piece around this is kind of awesome, actually. Not something I would have thought of for this kind of theme, but I'm happy it's there. A Christmas Treent. It's mostly just ball ornaments, goes all the way down its backside. The bark is very nicely done. The face is very clear to the point in which you can basically see it without the zoom, and of course a star on top. And of course, what do you put under a angry Christmas tree? Mimic presents. This was awesome. This definitely put me over the edge of buying this. So there's the larger one. There's actually a bunch of presents in here, including some normal ones. I think it's a pair of a normal one, and it looks like it's a pair of a normal one and a mimic one for each size. So there's that was the small, the first one was large, and then we've got the medium. Then we've got some elves. One with a crossbow. And they're not super short, which I appreciate. Like, they're not halfling size. They're probably more dwarf height. A candy cane. Although until it's painted, it might as well just be an already curved lead pipe. And then one with a mallet. More clear from the back. And lastly, on to the third box. The stretch goals! Which definitely reach farther into some holiday stuff. There even looks to be an armed Easter bunny in here. And I don't believe any of these were part of the list of stretch goals from the previous one. I think it was literally just the Carolers and the, might have been an order. Undead Witch thing. Now, I think that they started putting out rules for this, and at least through their updates, none of these came with rules. They still came with the same die as the last time, which looks more like a directional die and has a skull on two sides. But let's start with that one that I already mentioned. The armed Easter Bunny, like ready for war level arm. He's got egg grenades, a bandolier full of all sorts of things, a flower on his little belt. Looks almost as big as the gun for Hellboy. Oh, and he's got a basket on his back. That's really cool. Alright, then we've got the Rat King. He's got a nice little crown, although the molding's a little odd on it. Decent sword, glad that's not bent. Cape, which has a cloak built in, although it's just flat on his back, or I don't know if that's supposed to be a cloak or a secondary layer of cloth. Either way, looks cool. Then we have what's Fry Percha Christmas Witch. And basically looks like angry holiday witch. Got a crow on her staff. Always love it when they put crows or ravens on things. She looks like she's covered in a bunch of ropes from the front, like her belly. Has a knife or a wand in her hand. The staff is very nice. And what is clearly just a bunch of bones on her back and a pair of horns on the side of her head. Or sides. But then we've got a reindeer beast folk. This is just awesome, and I kind of now want to play one of these in a game. Got a crude stone axe, chain around his body with a bell on it, and otherwise is an anthropomorphic reindeer. This is just kind of awesome. Then we've got a nutcracker. Nutcracker soldier, but the stereotypical nutcracker. He's got the kind of jaw that would be the what looks like a saber sword, and otherwise just looks like a fighting position nutcracker, which is still heavily appreciated as opposed to just the straight standing. Then we've got their version of Jack Frost, which actually looks really good. It's got filigree on the, or embroidery on the coat, both the front and back. The staff looks nice, as is the hair. Looks good overall. And then this one, I have no clue what it's supposed to be, but it is basically a hunter or woodsman armed to the teeth. And it is still awesome. Like, this would easily be a model I would like to use for a fighter or something along those lines. Just armed to the teeth kind of character. Although there is a little, I don't know if that's supposed to be there. There's a little chunk at the, oh, thank you, camera. So you see at the end, at the bottom of the axe, there's what looks like a canister kind of thing, except there's no real details to it. I don't know if that's supposed to be there or if it's excess plastic. I don't know. I'll look through the updates, see if I can find any finalized pictures of this. Regardless, that's all of these. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to press that like button. If you think somebody else will enjoy this, please share this video. Either way, you'll help this get seen more. If you didn't like this video, go ahead and press the dislike button. I won't mind, but please leave a constructive comment as to why. Also, feel free to comment in general, such as if you want me to look into those rules and give my thought on them, if I did remember correctly they exist, or if you want to see any of these painted anytime soon, because otherwise they're not getting done anytime soon. I have so much stuff to paint. And if you want to see more like this, be it more unboxing videos, my board game overviews, or my painting videos, and anything else I do on this channel, feel free to subscribe. Regardless, thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.